Welcome to the Grateful Living Podcast. Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Grateful Living Podcast. Today's episode, I wanted to talk to you about belief. Not just self-belief, but the kind of belief that someone else can have in you. You know, the belief that lifts you when you feel invisible, the belief that gives you permission to dream bigger than you thought you could, that belief that can completely change your entire life. And I've decided to talk about this today because I came across a clip of a speech I gave when I'd advanced to a certain stage in my sales career. And that advancement meant that I'd built a team, which was such a milestone for me. But the thing that really hit me in the clip was how emotional I got when I was thanking my coaches. It wasn't just saying thank you for helping me hit my target. I was emotional because they'd seen me when I didn't even see myself. And honestly, that moment brought up so much gratitude and even a little bit of indebtedness that I still feel today. Because when you're at a rock bottom, when the world feels very heavy and discouraging, having just one person believe in you can shift everything. And that's what I want to explore today. So I'm going to take you back for a minute. Before this milestone, before the speech, I was really at a low point in my life. My confidence was pretty much non-existent. I was living in an environment that chipped away at every ounce of self-belief I had. I was around someone whose energy and words slowly drained me, made me question myself constantly. I felt trapped, I felt small. And here's the thing, when your environment constantly tells you who you are, or more often who you aren't, you actually start to believe it. At that time, I had dreams, but I didn't have the tools, guidance, or encouragement to go after them safely. I needed a lifeline, a spark to remind me of what I was capable of. And that's when I stepped into this world of sales. And wow, the contrast was so immense. These people didn't just cheer me on, because they definitely did do that. They believed in me in ways that I didn't even believe in myself. And they were constantly learning, growing, dreaming big, and holding me to that energy. And it was so powerful. It was energizing, it was scary and inspiring all at once. So, have you guys ever been in an environment that slowly drains your confidence? Think about how that felt, and now imagine walking into a space where every single person around you pushes you to grow. It's almost jarring, right? But in the best possible way. So let's get to that moment, the one in the clip I mentioned earlier. I was on stage and I started thanking my coaches. And in that moment, it really hit me that these people outside of my family believed in me. They saw potential in me before I could even see it in myself. And it wasn't just about skills or hitting targets. It was about human value, worth, and possibility. And I started crying because it was so monumental. I'd never experienced that before. I'd never have someone mirror back to me so clearly the things I couldn't see in myself. Anyone outside my family, that is. And that's the power of one person believing in you. It's not about having hundreds of people applaud you. It's about having one person say, I see you, I see your potential, you've got this. And I want to reflect on this. Is there one person in your life like that? Or maybe there was someone who believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself and you just didn't realize the impact at the time. Sometimes that one person is the difference between giving up and stepping into your growth. So what did I actually learn from my mentors? And it wasn't just emotional support, it was practical guidance too. Some key things I learned was, number one, reverse engineering goals. Breaking down your goals and dreams into actionable bite-sized steps. It sounds very simple, but doing this, especially with somebody else, guiding you, can make it feel like magic. Suddenly the goal doesn't feel overwhelming. You can see the path very clearly. This is exactly what I did for my public speaking. Like I've mentioned before, I really wanted to become a confident public speaker. And, even just like talking up in front of a group of people, not wondering what the hell they're going to think. It's very simple, but it meant a lot to me at the time. So my coaches really helped me break this down and, question and push back on me. Like, what is the worst case scenario if you speak out and somebody challenges you? That really shifted things for me. And then they helped me kind of dissect, okay, how can we get you to do that? How can we get you? What's the goal that we can set for you? Let's set you the goal of running a morning meeting and let's work backwards from that. What would it take to get you there first? So I remember them encouraging me to share my poetry. So I ended up doing like a little poetry night, and I felt comfortable doing that because I knew those words. I wrote those words. I'd rehearsed it. I'd performed it multiple times. So that was really the stepping stone. Then obviously running topics within sales, and then eventually running the morning meeting. Step 2, SWOT analysis, not just for business, but for life. Understanding your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Your growth accelerates when you know what you have and what's in your way. And sometimes we're blind to both. Number 3, surround yourself with growth-orientated people. When you're around people learning, evolving, and dreaming, you start to naturally elevate yourself. It's infectious. Number 4, the multiplier effect of belief. Mentorship doesn't just change skill sets, it changes mindset. It changes identity. When one person believes in you, it sets off a chain of reaction and you start believing in yourself. Then you inspire others. So I have another question. Who is your mentor? Who are the people lifting you right now, even in small ways? If there isn't anyone you can think of, who could you reach out to? Or who could you start being that mentor for yourself? Now, all of this reflection brings me to something that I'm really passionate about today, because I've been through the power of mentorship and I know how transformational it can be. I've actually created Becoming Her, which is a mentorship offer. It's a 6-week container where I work with women through reflection, growth, and stepping into the versions of themselves they've been dreaming of. We cover mindset, personal strategy, and exact tools and exercises I've used to grow my confidence, clarity, and career. And I want to be super clear here. It's not about me or the money. It's about helping someone who's ready to take that leap, the way my mentors helped me when I was at rock bottom. Investing in yourself is the fastest way to change your trajectory. And sometimes all it takes is one person or one container of guidance to unlock everything. Even just journaling this right now could be something very powerful for you. What's one thing you can do today to surround yourself with people who see your potential? And you know what? I really miss that environment sometimes. The energy, the drive, the constant push to grow. So I'm so thankful for the people who gave me that belief. I wouldn't be here today without them. And here's the thing that I want to leave you with. You only need one person to believe in you. And sometimes that person can be you. But sometimes it's someone else who sees that spark before you do. And that belief, that single moment of someone believing in your potential, can change the trajectory of your life. So who's that person for you? And how can you step into that same energy for someone else? Thank you for listening today. If today's episode resonated with you, I encourage you to reflect on your mentors, your supporters, and the one person whose belief could change everything for you. And if you want guidance, reflection exercises, or a 6-week mentorship container to help you step into your next version, you can learn more about this, about Becoming Her, on my website. Until next time, remember, you only need one person to believe in you, and sometimes that's enough to create a ripple that lasts a lifetime. Thank you for listening to the Grateful Living podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at _the_grateful_living.